Top 5 ghosts caught on camera. Ghost chases dogs. This clip went viral after being posted to the video site LiveLeak with the caption, "Ghost chases 2 dogs." The original post reads, "This girl was dog sitting for a family friend when she recorded this video to send to the owner to show that the dogs are doing well. She was alone at the time of the recording and did not notice anything strange until she read his response. Get out of the house and call 911. You see, when the owner received the video, he noticed a strange figure lurking in one of the rooms at the end of the hallway, apparently not seen by the girl filming the video. The image almost looks like a freakish shadowy form
That's someone in the house. That's someone who's making the video intentionally and being like, okay, just walk in the background, and then I'll say that no one else was here, and we'll say it was a ghost. It's just a person in the room. Daddy Sume says bacteria ghosts are how water memory works. Yeah, it's literally just a person.
Charging down the hallway.
Yeah, that's a person. That's a human being, not a ghost. That's a person in the house. And 5 minutes before this video, they're like, hey, you want to fake a ghost video? And they go, sure, what do you want to do? And they go, okay, well, let's say I'm filming because the dogs are coming to me. So you go in the other room with the dogs, and then I'll call for the dogs, and they'll run to me. And then you just kind of walk across the door frame. How about that? And they go, okay. And then they posted it to LiveLeak. And then dumb people are like, oh, there's a ghost. It's a ghost. No, this is fake.
But what do you think it is? Let me know in the comments below. The Stanley Hotel's guess. The Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado may be best known as the inspiration for the Stephen King book, The Shining, which tells the story of a man named Jack Torrance who goes insane from the influence of the ghostly residents of a haunted hotel. King actually came up with the idea for the book after having one of the worst
Dogs can see ghosts, they bark at ghosts. No, they don't, because ghosts aren't real.
nightmares of his life while sleeping in the... Turns out that Stephen King isn't the only one to have been spooked while staying at the Stanley Hotel. Jessica Martinez Mosling took this picture at the Stanley Hotel, which appears to show the image of a ghostly little girl descending a staircase.
Oh my god.
There's nothing funny about that.
No, it's not a ghost. I don't know specifically what it is. I don't know if it's like an after image. I don't know if this was on film or if it was digital. If it's on film, then there's a variety of things it could be. If it's digital, it could literally be they put that in there in Photoshop. I don't know. But it's not a ghost. No, you aren't real? No, I'm not. True story. Stellar Sea Cow. How high was Stephen King during that stay? I think he was very high for a very long time, so... If ghosts are real, how do ghost clothes work? I've asked that too. A lot of people say something along the lines of like, oh, it's a residual, like, psychic image. It's how they see themselves. And it's like, well, that doesn't make sense, right? Like, I don't have a self-image of me in specific clothes.
There were no young girls on the tour or staying at the Stanley Hotel when
there were no little girls in the entire vicinity. Really? Did they go and they did a survey to see if there were any little girls in the hotel? Oh, she just said it? That's weird. I guess you shouldn't just believe things people say when they're trying to convince you something's real.
the picture was taken.
Stellar Sea Cow, I used to develop film for 5 years outside of Gettysburg, and let me tell you the number of ghost pictures I was forced to look at. Daddy Sume, that honestly looks like bird poop on the camera lens. Yeah.
And this isn't the first time one of the Stanley supernatural occupants has supposedly been caught on camera. Just 1 year before, Henry Yuan captured this photo of what appears to be the ghostly apparition of a
That's a woman on the stairs.
woman and child, also standing on the hotel stairs.
It's maybe a woman? I actually can't tell. It's very dark. But you know what it's not? A ghost.
Watch her at the window. Reddit user Skinna555 says that when he was growing up in his parents' home, he would have ultra-realistic sleep paralysis dreams, where he would see a faceless person peering into his bedroom window with their hands cupped to the glass.
Yeah, that's how sleep paralysis works. You'll be, like, awake, but also asleep, and it's like you have horrifying images often. A common one is people seeing some sort of, like, demon-looking thing laying on their chest. Another one is, like, alien abduction stuff. This is a common theme amongst, like, sleep paralysis cases.
So Skinna555 posted about an odd occurrence while staying over at his childhood home while his house was being remodeled. One night, while he was alone in the house, he decided to post several videos to Snapchat, showing his friends the 3 Australian native birds that his parents...
Don't worry, guys. I'm definitely just showing you these birds. I'm not setting it up so I can have someone come and look like they're looking in the window. This definitely isn't fake, guys. I just happen to be looking at the birds in the exact right angle to be looking at the window right on instead of, you know, being closer to the birds. It wouldn't make sense to be showing it like this. If you were trying to show friends on Snapchat, oh, look at these birds, you'd be close to the birds. Why would you be standing 5 feet away with the window in full frame?
kept as pets.
I'd say the first one of my parents' little bird.
Oh, don't worry. I'm just...
There's nothing
Let
funny
me
about
just
the
very
tools of
naturally
capitalism.
hold the camera so my face is only in half the frame, and so the window is in the other half of the frame. This is how people hold cameras, right? Like, imagine
There's
if
nothing funny
my
about
whole
the tools of
stream,
capitalism.
I was, like, over here, and I'm like, this is a natural way to film myself, right, guys? Don't worry, nothing's going to happen right here in this empty space. Oh, God. Schlock says, I got sleep paralysis, and yeah, you feel and see shadow... Oh, you feel and see weird stuff. Art Bell has an episode on shadow people that's basically about what you see during a sleep paralysis event. Yeah, that stuff sounds terrifying to me. Stellar Sea Cow, let me tell you, as someone who has sleep paralysis regularly, I get aliens, like either aliens or hyper-realistic audio hallucinations that can't be real. Like this morning, someone was taking a massive loud dump in my toilet. Ooh, it was a ghost poop! Sushi Mom has some sort of link. 5 most mysterious sounds ever recorded. We can probably get to that at some point. Anyway, someone's definitely going to show up in the window right here because he's filming it in such a way as to obviously frame it intentionally.
Birds is this little guy. It is little Leo. He's a cockatiel. The second little bird of my parents is a rainbow lorikeet. His name is Oliver. And there he is.
There's nothing funny about the tools of
And here I am
capitalism.
with my good little mate.
That is scary, though. Like, I recognize that this is a setup and it's fake, but, like, that doesn't make it not a scary video. See, this is the kind of thing that I actually do find scary. I don't usually find horror movies scary because so many horror films rely on jump scares, but, like, something like that, where it doesn't really acknowledge it, there's no, like, sound effect that comes along with it, it's just, like, if you notice it, you notice it, and it's very scary. That's terrifying to me. So, like, even though it's a fake, it's a very well executed
There's nothing
fake.
funny about the tools of
Cotton
capitalism.
Candy 903. My friend Willie FaceTimes like that. His face is always half off the screen. That's very strange. Daddy Sume, I do have sleep paralysis too. I have terrors about it, but I end up being able to shake myself out of it with kicking because my legs are still under my control slightly. Yikes, that's scary, guys. I'm sorry that you had to deal with that. That sucks.
Nothing.
15 minutes after uploading his videos to Snapchat, he received a text message from one of his friends that read, "Those birds are mad. By the way, what the f was that in the window behind you in the last one?"
There's nothing funny
Not
about
knowing
the
what his
tools of
friend was
capitalism.
referring to, he watched his Snapchat videos back several times.
Thank you, Catalina Gearbox, for $5. I have sleep paralysis infrequently. It pisses me off. I've never seen things, thanks Prozac, but I do hear voices and feel paranoid AF. I have to shake my head to get out of it and ignore the voices. Pisses me off. Oh wow, a lot of you guys have had to deal with sleep paralysis. That's terrifying to me. Like that, like even if I recognized what it was, it would still scare me. Like even if I knew what I was experiencing was a hallucination, it doesn't make scary things less scary necessarily. You know what I mean?
At first, he saw nothing.
There's
But
nothing
then,
funny about
in the
tools
third
of
video,
capitalism.
he
Oh, look at that. That is creepy. Like, if this were in a horror movie, excellent. Excellent. Remember that movie, The Strangers? It had stuff like that, too, where, like, the main character didn't see him, but in the background you could see him sometimes. Similar mood. Daddy Sume, sleep paralysis is fairly common, really. Yeah, it's still scary. Scary to think about. It's like if you can't make it out. I don't know. It's probably not helping that it's already a blurry video and then I'm streaming it to you live. This is supposed to be like a face. It's just a shape. You can't see any defining features, but looks like a face, and these look like hands. Like someone has their hands pressed up against glass and they're looking through, basically.
saw it. Someone or something appeared to be peering in at him through the screen door. This odd face is not visible earlier in the videos. Skinna555 says that the door leads to a fenced-in backyard that is only accessible via a locked gate. Furthermore, the part of the door that the face seems to be peering through is not glass, but a screen. Therefore, the strange image could not be a reflection.
Okay, he staged the video. Like, it's clearly staged. It's well done in terms of making a scary viral video, but nonetheless.
Skinna555 reported that nothing odd occurred during the rest of his stay at his parents' house, except for the fact that the backyard motion detector lights occasionally seem to just turn on for no reason. Suicide Bridge. Cora MK2 is a YouTuber who basically posts helmet cam videos of some of his motorcycle rides and fun travel videos. One night he was riding with friends across Colorado Street Bridge in Pasadena, California. The bridge is nicknamed Suicide Bridge because of the alarming number of incidents of people jumping from the bridge and attempted suicides. Cora MK2 caught this strange footage during his ride. A smiling girl in a floral print dress seems to be standing all alone on Suicide
nothing
Bridge.
funny
I mean, that was just a woman walking on the bridge. That's not a ghost. It just looked like a woman on the bridge. The fence being locked doesn't mean someone can't just climb over it. Yeah. And Daddy Sume says that happens all the
There's
time.
nothing funny
Motion
about the
detectors are
tools of
non-infallible. Animals can trigger them. Birds can trigger them. Lame. Yeah, I think the story is made up anyway, because I think he intentionally made the video with a friend or something standing in the window, but...
He circled back to see if the girl needed help, but mysteriously,
There's
she was
nothing
nowhere
funny
to be
about the tools
found.
of
I
capitalism.
mean, this is going to be dark to say, but it is called the Suicide Bridge. Maybe she jumped off.
And as you can see here, this girl right here,
Yeah, that's just a woman on the bridge.
she's just standing there. She's not walking. She's just standing there, and you can't really see it well on the camera.
There's
But
nothing funny about the tools
Logarth
of
with 10
capitalism.
bits. One time I was riding home from a friend's house on my bike late at night. I had to go past a graveyard, and my dumb little 15-year-old brain got spooked because as I rode by, I started catching flashes of light from the graveyard that seemed to be following me. Turns out the polished headstones were reflecting lights from the porch lights of the houses on the other side of the road, yeah. Weird stuff happens, and people get creeped out, and people misinterpret situations. We're pattern seekers, especially if we're like in a situation where we're scared and we feel that we're in like a fight or flight situation, even if we're really not. If your body thinks you are, you're gonna like be jumpy at everything.
She was like wearing this flower dress, and she was just standing there smiling.
Yeah, it's just a woman on a bridge. This is not a ghost. This is the weakest one out of the video so far. The other ones, well, clearly fake, at least to me, go like, okay, it's a fake, but like they're making a fake ghost video. This to me just looks like someone with a bike cam passed a woman on a bridge and then didn't find her when they went back, and he's like, oh, it's a ghost. No, it's just a woman on a bridge.
Very little time had passed, and it seemed nearly impossible that the girl could have exited the bridge so
If you stand on a bridge, you're a ghost. Yep, that's the standard.
quickly. But she was gone.
Another suicide off Pasadena's Colorado Street Bridge today.
Weeks later, Cora MK2 found this 2-month-old article from the local paper, the Pasadena Star-News. It seems that a young girl of around the same age had committed suicide from the bridge just 2 months before this video was recorded. So did Cora MK2 catch the girl's ghost on camera?
No, they did not.
Was this something?
That's, see, okay, general ghost stuff, that's one thing, but this is really, really disrespectful to the family of that woman. Like, to be like, oh, your family member ended their own life tragically? I saw their ghost. Like, that's rude. Come on, have some tact. Andrew Dickerson. This is like that one Berenstein Bear book where they think a cave is haunted, but it's really just wind blowing across a hole in the top of the cave that made an ooh noise. Yeah.
Some strange prank? Or did the girl just exit the bridge really quickly before he was able to turn back?
That one. It's that one.
The footage remains a mystery.
It's not a mystery. What mystery? It's a woman on a bridge.
The Eloqua Ghost. The owner of the Eloqua Country Store in Guilford, New Hampshire says that the old building has a dark past.
I guess the building goes back to, I heard last night, 1734.
Berenstain Bears? Say it right? Yeah, the Berenstain Bears.
Well, they're saying that there's a 14-year-old girl there with her dad, and we've been checking into that, and it seems to be that they were trampled by horses earlier in the century.
In this unexplained CCTV footage, Heidi Boyd, an employee at the store, can be seen.
Stein? They're not the Berenstain Bears. They're the Berenstein Bears. The Berenstein. They're the Berenstain Bears. Berenstein. Berenstain. They're not Berenstein. They're the Berenstain Bears. You're wrong.
Nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
It is not Stein. You're wrong, Daddy
Walking
Sume.
into the back room.
This is something for the Mandela Effect episode we should do at some point. All Mandela Effect videos.
When suddenly a heavy glass serving dish cover flies off the counter and shatters on the floor. At first, Heidi is confused about where the sound of breaking glass came from. But after she sees it, she's more than a little freaked out.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
When this creepy video was first aired on the local news, many people suggested that the glass containers movement was nothing supernatural, but just a simple hoax. They said that
I mean, that's more likely than it being a ghost, a thing we have no evidence of. Oh no, Mandela Effect, we've fallen into another reality. Hans is right. I'm in an alternate dimension. Oh god. Hans is right about everything. I think we just need to start admitting it.
the workers had probably run a fishing line through the store's window and yanked the glass cover.
I mean, it's certainly possible. Without being in the store and seeing the layout of it and knowing like what this counter looks like, I have no way of assessing the situation, but I know it's not ghosts.
Cover off the serving dish. Well, the only problem with that theory is that the
Nothing
store's
funny about the
windows
tools
are
of
nailed
capitalism.
shut.
This window doesn't open.
You can nail windows shut after you fake the video. You know that, right? Okay, do the fishing line. Woo! Alright, now nail the window shut so no one can think that we faked it. Or you could have, like, fishing line going one way and then wrap it around not wrap it, but sort of have it going around something. So you could be standing off to the side off camera and pull it this way, but it'll still, because there's like, let's say there's a broom or something handle. Is what I'm saying making sense? I need a string or something so I can explain it. This has a string on it. Basically like that. So you could be off to the side and then you pull it this way, but because this thing is in the way, it makes the motion, you know, go up instead of that direction, the direction the force is actually coming from. So they could have done that. Schlock with a bit. The window doesn't open, Hannah. Seems legit to me. Don't need to investigate any further. As someone who has worked in a dead store, you find ways to amuse yourself or you go nuts. Yeah.
Despite attempts to debunk the incident by the Maine Paranormal Society, so far no one has been able to explain the video.
They literally just explained it with the fishing line thing.
Alright, so now, let's just say the cashier didn't put it all the way on. She just, maybe in a hurry, just put it on like that. And let's get some vibrations going.
Watch that one, Jeff.
What?
Everything else is gonna fall. Nothing, that's not gonna go.
Yeah.
It definitely looks like it's being pulled. Like, the more I watch it, it looks like someone's pulling it with something. Alright, so that's the first ghost video. I guess let's do a cryptid thing now.